So in this video, I'll show you the exact AI roadmap nobody talks about, from complete beginner to becoming genuinely valuable in the AI era. Everyone is telling you to learn AI, but almost everyone is learning it the wrong way. Instead, use these 5 methods to master AI. In 2026, the people making money with AI won't be the ones using the most tools. They'll be the ones following the right roadmap.
Welcome to this explainer. Look, if you're sitting there right now feeling like you've completely missed the boat on AI, I need you to just take a deep breath. You are not behind. Well, not yet anyway. The truth is, most people out there still have absolutely no idea how to use this technology effectively. So today, we are going on a bit of a hero's journey together. I'm going to guide you step by step, taking you from a total beginner who's just poking around to an absolute weapon with AI. Stick with me here, and by the end of this, you're going to be operating in the top 1% of AI users. Let's get into it.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our exact roadmap for today. We're going to start with the actual truth about AI. Then we'll figure out how to pick your specific AI weapon. From there, we move from basic push prompting to the incredible pull prompting method. Build out your personal master prompt, learn to create advanced system prompts, and finally, wrap up with how to future-proof your career.
All right, kicking things off with Section 1, the truth about AI. Let's demystify this tech right off the bat.
So the core concept of AI is actually incredibly simple, believe it or not. These large language models, or LLMs, have basically ingested all the information in the world. We're talking documents, podcast transcripts, random Reddit threads, the whole shebang. They take all that text and break it down into tiny mathematical pieces called tokens. Then they simply calculate and predict the most logical next token. It's exactly like if I say to you, twinkle, twinkle, little, your brain automatically jumps to star, right? That is literally all it's doing. AI isn't some dark magic, it's just massive pattern recognition wearing a really fancy suit. But here's the catch you have to remember. Because it's just predicting the next word, it desperately needs you to give it all the details of the story to get the answer right.
Moving right along to Section 2, pick your AI weapon. It's time to choose your tool and master it.
You know, learning AI is exactly like learning a musical instrument. Think about it. If you try to learn the piano, the guitar, and the drums all at the exact same time, you're not going to be good at any of them. But if you master one first, picking up the others becomes incredibly easy. So here are the big 3 tools right now and how to choose between them. If your day-to-day involves writing, really deep thinking, or coding, Claude is highly recommended. It is fantastic for high-level creative and analytical outputs. Now, if you're doing heavy research, you need live, up-to-date data, and you practically live inside the Google ecosystem, Gemini is absolutely your best bet. And for general use, with the broadest integration options out there, ChatGPT is still a total powerhouse. The key takeaway here? Pick your specific weapon from this list. Constantly switching between these tools every time a new feature drops is honestly just a disguised form of procrastination. Pick one and master it.
Okay, now we're moving up the skill tree. Number 1, the foundational prompt. These are your level 1 AI skills.
If you want professional outputs, you have to stop sending the AI empty, lazy text messages and expecting magic. Here are the 4 pillars of a perfectly structured prompt. First up is role. Tell it exactly who to be. Don't just say, help me market this. Say, act as a world-class marketing strategist. Second is context. Give it the background info. Paste in documents or call transcripts so it knows what's going on. Third is command. You have to make the implicit explicit. Be incredibly specific about exactly what you want it to do. And fourth is format. Dictate the style of the output. Do you want a bulleted list, a table, a PDF, a CSV file? Tell it. Listen, a few months ago, I was working with a software founder who had spent 3 grueling weeks struggling to write marketing copy for his product. It was a complete nightmare for him. We sat down, applied these exact 4 pillars in a single prompt, and within 12 seconds, the AI output the absolute perfect structure and strategy. 12 seconds! That's what happens when you build a real prompt.
Which brings us to Section 3, moving from push to pull. This is how we start working smarter, not harder. And this brilliantly illustrates the mental shift you need to make to hit that next level of mastery. You see, push prompting is exactly like giving your friend turn-by-turn directions to your house. You're saying turn left here, turn right at the light, look for the red mailbox. You are mapping out the exact steps and completely exhausting yourself doing all the heavy lifting. Pull prompting, on the other hand, is like using a GPS. You simply define the final destination, punch it in, and the AI figures out the exact most efficient route to get you there. You give it the outcome you want and let the machine do the hard work.
So how do we actually pull this off? Well, you start by setting the role in context, just like we did in level 1. Then you state your specific outcome-based objective. That's your destination. But step 3 is where the absolute magic happens. You command the AI with this exact phrase: ask me all the questions you need to create this for me. Seriously, write that down. When it inevitably spits out 7 or 8 highly targeted questions, use step 4. Hit the voice-to-text button on your phone or computer and just conversationally answer them. Software programmers have actually been using this concept for years. It's called spec-driven development. You are literally pulling the exact personalized solution out of the AI by letting it ask you for the necessary inputs.
Let's keep the momentum going. Section 4, building your master prompt. It's time to make AI deeply personal.
You know how annoying it is when an AI gives you generic, autocomplete-sounding answers? Well, a master prompt solves that completely. It's a highly personalized manual about a specific role in your life. Imagine creating a document called Dan CEO or Dan Father that contains your core values, your business structure, or the dynamics of your family life. By handing the AI this, "Hello, this is exactly who I am" manual, you provide perfect, laser-focused context right out of the gate. This is exactly how you transform AI from a random stranger on the internet into a brilliant best friend that perfectly understands your exact life situation.
And building this is a total breeze if you use the pull method we just talked about. First, tell the AI your role and ask it to interview you to build a master prompt. Second, just use voice-to-text to casually answer all of its questions. Third, review what it writes up and tell it to refine it or add any missing details. Finally, save that finalized manual as a PDF. Now, whenever you start a new AI session for that area of your life, just upload the PDF. Once you build this baseline context, you literally never have to explain yourself again. It massively speeds up your everyday tasks because the AI already knows where you're coming from.
All right, leveling up again. Section 5, creating system prompts. This is all about building repeatable AI systems.
So think of a system prompt like a really good recipe for a chocolate cake. You might have all the right ingredients sitting on the counter, but the precise sequencing of those ingredients dictates whether you pull a beautiful, perfect cake out of the oven or a big, inedible pile of mush. System prompts are essentially coding with words. They allow you to build these awesome little virtual machines that take care of complex, strategic, or research work on repeat, giving you consistent, professional outputs every single time. Let's look at how to actually code one of these recipes. Start with this prompt. You are an expert AI engineer. Create a system prompt that does X. Ask me all the questions you need. See that pull method coming back? Then, voice answer those questions and test the initial prompt it gives you. Tell the AI what needs tweaking to dial in the exact sequence of instructions. Once it's producing perfect results, save that prompt into a custom GPT, a Claude project, or a Gemini gem. And hey, here is a massive pro tip for you. You can actually search GitHub for leaked system prompts from top AI tools. Go study how the absolute best engineers in the world construct their recipes and then borrow their formatting. It's a total game changer.
Coming into the home stretch here. Section 6, future-proofing your career, finding the human advantage.
Look, AI is evolving every single day. So the crucial point here is understanding and leaning heavily into your human advantage, which really boils down to 3 core things machines just can't do. First is taste, immersing yourself in world-class excellence, so you know what greatness actually looks like. Feed your mind with the absolute best inputs. Second is vision, literally scheduling thinking blocks and doodling to imagine what doesn't yet exist. If I say pink elephant to you right now, you immediately see it in your mind. An AI literally cannot do that. And third is care, engaging in heartfelt, empathetic conversations and authentic human connections. Listen, machines can optimize what already exists, but only humans have the vision to imagine what doesn't and the empathy to actually care for one another. That's your superpower.
Finally, let's bring this all home with your daily AI roadmap, how to start mastering this tech today.
10 minutes of action beats 10 hours of tutorials. I want you to really let that sink in. To master this, you need to commit to a 30-day roadmap where you do one single daily 10-minute task with your chosen AI tool. That's it. Try a specific list to get going. On Monday, have your AI summarize a really long article you didn't have time to read. On Tuesday, use it to draft 3 difficult emails you've been putting off. On Wednesday, have it generate a custom meal plan for the week.
On Thursday, use that pull prompting technique to brainstorm an outline for a new project. That consistent, daily, 10-minute repetition is exactly how you cement your mastery and build those AI muscles from a total beginner to a seasoned professional.
I want to leave you with this final provocative thought to ponder today. AI can absolutely simulate efficiency. It can totally take care of the boring, dirty work and buy you hours of your life back. But how will you use your newfound time to show you actually care? I challenge you to use the freedom that AI gives you to deeply connect with your team, your clients, and your family. Go out there and be the authentic, caring creator you were born to be. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer. Now go build something great.
So now you know the roadmap. The only question is, will you start today? Comment below.